Hi, good morning to everyone. I am Dr. Bhuneshwari, Principal, Arulmigu Palani Arts College for Women Palani. I welcome you all for this one-day online course on Cognitive Fitness Education through Physical Activity. Hope you are doing good and spend your time usefully. My dear friends, this is not the lockdown period. It is an open-up period to students to learn many things. Yes, it teaches humanism. It gives more time to spend with your family by taking rest, which will refresh our mind and body. This period gives plenty of time to learn many online courses to gain wide range of knowledge in many fields. Apart from academic activities, we want to take care of your health also because we, the teachers, are the second parents. That's why today we arrange this online course on fitness education. Exercise are causing medical miracle in our body. You know that exercise is a tribute to heart. Yes, health is a real wealth, not gold or money, anything. To get a healthy body or a shiny skin, don't go for beauty parlors. Do some exercises. If you are too obese, don't go to hospitals. Instead, begin your day with exercises because every day is another chance given by God to get stronger, to live healthier, and to be the best version of you. So, in order to enrich your physical and mental health, today we have arranged one special resource person for you. On behalf of our college, I extend my hearty welcome to our resource person, Dr. A. Murugan, Assistant Director of Physical Education, Anna University, Trichy, who is going to explain fitness education through video. And I welcome Dr. Kalayasi, Director of Physical Education, APA College for Women Palani, who will explain the theory part. So, my dear students, try to utilize the opportunities. Be safe, be happy, stay at home. Have a nice day. Thank you.
Hi, a very happy day to all. Myself, Lieutenant Dr. R. Kalayarasi, Director of Physical Education, come Associate NCC Officer, Arulmigu Palani Arts College for Women, Palani. I am very happy to see you all in this lockdown period with the course of life skills, that is physical activity. Nowadays, we are all leading a sedentary lifestyle with TV, mobile, laptops. It leads to hypokinetic diseases. We have to avoid that diseases with the help of regular physical exercises. That's why I chosen the topic physical activity, how affects cognitive fitness education. Now we move on to slides.
Cognitive fitness education through physical activity. First, to see the meaning of cognition is to know together the collection of mental processes and activities used in perceiving, learning, remembering, thinking, and understanding, and the act of using those processes. First, we should know the theory of cognitive development. If the aim of intellectual training is to form the intelligence rather than to stock the memory and to produce intellectual explorers rather than mere erudition, then traditionally education is manifestly guilty of a grave deficiency. We have seen in previous slides what is cognition. Now we move on to know about cognitive fitness. It is a state of optimized ability to reason, remember, learn, plan, and adapt. Cognitive fitness is the bedrock of a rewarding and self-sufficient life. The more cognitively fit you are, the better equipped you are to make decisions, solving problems, and deal with stress and changes. These are all cognitive skills. First one is sustained attention. Enables you to stay focused and on task for a sustained period of time. Second one, selective attention, enables you to stay focused and on a task despite distractions. Next, divided attention, enables you to remember information while doing two things at once. Long-term memory enables you to recall information stored in the past. Short-term memory enables you to hang on to information while in the process of using it. Logic and reasoning enables you to reason, form ideas and solve problems. Auditory processing enables you to analyze, blend and segment sounds. Visual processing enables you to think in visual images. Processing speed enables you to perform tasks quickly and accurately. These are all the cognitive skills. What is physical activity? According to World Health Organization, it defines physical activity as any bodily movement produced by skeletal muscles that require energy expenditure, including activities undertaken while working, playing, carry out household chores, traveling and engaging in recreational pursuits. What is physical fitness? It is a state of health and well-being, and more specifically the ability to perform aspects of sports, occupations and daily activities. Exercise. Every adult should participate in at least 150 minutes a week of moderate intensity or 75 minutes a week of vigorous intensity physical activity. Physical exercise increases circulation, which leads to better oxygen supply to the brain as well as providing the brain with nutrients. Engaging in sports has a positive influence on all systems: the motor, cardiovascular, respiratory, hormonal, immunologic, nervous systems. Thus, it stimulates the maturation of motor areas in the brain, which in turn influences the motoric development and increases the speed of the conductance of nervous impulses. There are two types in exercises. One is aerobic exercises, another one is anaerobic exercises. Anaerobic exercises, known as cardio exercise, that require pumping of oxygenated blood by the heart to deliver oxygen to working muscles, which improves cardiorespiratory fitness, involves movement that increases the heart rate to improve the body's oxygen consumption. It helps to increase our stamina. These are all the aerobic type of activities: walking, swimming, cycling, jogging, etc. Next, anaerobic exercises. It is an activity that causes you to quickly out of breath, like sprinting events, and also fast high intensity exercise that does not require the body to utilize oxygen as its energy source. These are all the anaerobic type of activities: weight training, sprinting, etc. See, this is the comparison of exercises and non-exercises. Imagine this is a brain. The first fully blue shaded brain is the person who is sitting quietly after 20 minutes. The second brain, a person after 20 minutes of walking. See how the brain was oxygenated. It activates the parts of brain is responded. For focus and attention is prefrontal cortex, memory is temporal lobe, and hippocampus is for long-term memory. According to Edward Stanley, those who think they have not time for bodily exercise will sooner or later have to find time for illness. Regular physical exercise may reduce the risk or delay the onset of dementia, that is cognitive disorder. This was particularly true for individuals at higher genetic risk for cognitive decline. This picture shows how physical activity leads to cognitive functioning. Physical activity activates our cellular and molecular changes. It will change the structure and function of brain. It leads to behavior, socio-emotional changes of our body, and finally it triggers cognitive functioning and in reverse order. These are the effects of aerobic exercises. It allows the resynthesis of adenosine triphosphate by aerobic mechanisms, adjusting intensity from low to high intensity, duration usually long, and oxygen availability. The intensity depends on the cardiorespiratory effort with respect to the maximum heart rate or the maximum oxygen consumption, which determines an increase in oxygen consumption with respect to the rest condition. This is the effect of anaerobic exercises. Anaerobic exercise has high intensity, short duration and unavailability of oxygen, determining the depletion of the muscles, adenosine triphosphate or phosphocreatine reserves, shifting the production of ATP to anaerobic energy mechanisms, lactacid or alactacid. Exercise helps memory and thinking through both and indirect means. The benefits of exercise come directly from its ability to release insulin resistance, reduce inflammation, and stimulate the release of growth factors, chemicals in the brain that affect the health of brain cells, the growth of new blood vessels in the brain, and even the abundance and survival of new brain cells. Indirectly, exercise improves mood and sleep and reduce stress and anxiety. Problems in these areas frequently cause or contribute to cognitive impairment. Many studies have suggested that the parts of the brain that control thinking and memory, the prefrontal cortex and medial temporal cortex, have greater volume in people who exercise versus people who don't. Even more exciting is the finding that engaging in the program of regular exercise of moderate intensity over 6 months or a year is associated with an increase in the volume of selected brain regions. Changes occur in the brain as a result of exercise. Specifically, aerobic exercise is associated with increased neuron survival, neurogenesis, that is growth of new neurons, angiogenesis, that is growth of new vasculature, higher concentrations of neuroprotective molecules, and changes in neurotransmitter system. We conclude our theory session with these statements. Physical exercise determines positive biological and psychological effects that affect the brain and the cognitive functioning and promote a condition of well-being. Physical exercise plays an important role in counteract normal and pathological aging. Recent evidences have shown that physical exercise triggers potent neuroplastic phenomena, partly mediated by epigenetic mechanisms. These results should lead to reflect on beneficial effects of physical exercise and to promote its use as a modifiable factor for prevention to improve cognitive abilities and to enhance mood. Despite all these positive effects, it must be underlined that physical exercise should be tailored to the individual. In fact, even physical exercise when excessive can have a dark side when physical exercise becomes compulsive and facilitates addictive behaviors. Thank you. We conclude this theory session with that. Over to practical session.
Welcome you all for online training course on cognitive fitness education through physical activity. I am Dr. A. Murugan, Assistant Director of Physical Education, University College of Engineering, Anna University, Tiruchirappalli. Also Level 1 Certified Strength and Conditioning Coach, certified by BCCI. Level 2 Health and Fitness Trainer, certified by Impact British Solution, UK. My topic is cognitive physical activity. All this cognitive physical activity can be achieved through proprioception training. And in the following slide, we will be seeing the definition and other things of proprioception training. Definition of proprioception is said by Jones 2000. Proprioception is the sense through which we perceive the position and movement of our body, including our sense of equilibrium and balance. since that depends on the motion of force. Proprioception exercises improve the balance and it induce to maintain the equilibrium. Proprioception exercises can be developed neuromuscular coordination. Few studies said that by performing proprioception exercises, new neurons connection can be made. Meaning, a normal proprioception is essential for every functioning, whether it involves simply placing a cup on a table or hitting the football from one end to another. Any kind of physical activity need a minimum proprioception abilities. When you perform a greater proprioception exercises, your performing level can be improved. Now we are moving into the exercise parts. This exercise is a simple exercise, can be performed by any individual. This exercise is named by diagonal 2-point standing. See, in the whole body we have 4 points. We can place 2 legs and 2 hands. But we are trying to minimize the contact with the ground so that one can be develop the balance, and also by performing this exercise one has to maintain the equilibrium. This exercise is called single side 2-point standing. It is a little harder exercise compared to the first one. A single side leg and hand is placed in the ground. It needs more balance to maintain your body in such position. Also, equilibrium has to be maintained. This particular exercise is called single leg standing with the eyes open. This can be performed any human being by easily, but few definitely feel little harder. Those who are not involved in any physical activity, those who have lesser equilibrium will find difficult. Those who have lesser balance will find difficult to perform this exercise, but it is simple exercise, can be performed by anyone. This exercise is called single leg standing with eyes closed. Now when you perform this exercise, you will be feel little harder to maintain your body balanced, and also it is really tough to maintain your equilibrium in such position. Eyes open can be performed easily, but eyes closed, now your external vision cannot be seen, so that it made little difficult. So that this exercise definitely can be developed your neuromuscular coordination. This exercise is called single leg standing on unstable surface. But in this picture you could be able to see some vessel under my feet. But during this quarantine period I could not be able to find some unstable surface. But when you are performing this exercise, you can keep some Bosu ball under your feet to maintain unstable surface. This exercise really helps you to improve your balance, and also greater equilibrium should be maintained. Hopefully when you are performing this exercise, you could be able to understand how difficult it is to maintain in such position in this exercise. This exercise is called single leg standing with lateral leg rise. To maintain your body in such position, in straight position, you have to maintain your balance, and equilibrium also has to be maintained. This exercise performed with the eyes open. Next slide you will see the eyes closed exercise. This exercise is progression of previous slide, previous exercise. This is closed eye exercise. It needs a little more balance, and it is little harder than the previous exercise. So when you perform this exercise, you feel the hardness. This exercise is called aeroplane standing. See, the body position is maintained like an aeroplane. This exercise develops your balance, and also it helps to maintain the equilibrium. This also can be performed with eyes closed also can be performed on unstable surfaces. Same aeroplane standing is performed here on unstable surface. As I said earlier, you should find some appropriate unstable surface to perform this, to develop your balance. Ultimately, our goal is, by performing all these proprioception exercises, to build our neuromuscular coordination, also cognitive effect. So before I wind up with a few exercises which is demonstrated to you, I would like to give a few tips. All these exercises can be performed with eyes open and then eyes closed, and then uneven surface with eyes open, and then later uneven surface, eyes closed. This is how you have to perform. Initially you have to perform with eyes open, then eyes closed, then eyes open on uneven surface, then eyes closed on uneven surface. If you maintain this order, this is like a progressive of the exercise. You will feel free to do the exercises in this order. So make sure when you are performing this exercise, you have to take safety measures. So keep someone in front of you to help you when you are closed eyes, because when you are performing this exercise you may have fall, and then to avoid falling you should have initially some assistance. By maintaining the assistance, you could be able to perform this exercise easily. Also, these exercises can be performed with gym ball, which called Swiss ball. Swiss ball, you can do so many variations. So since it's a quarantine period, I cannot be able to perform with the Swiss ball. And Swiss ball, one of the very great uneven surface equipment. With a Swiss ball, you can do so many exercises that can be performed. Also, Bosu ball is one of the finest equipment to perform proprioception exercises. Also, I recommend medicine ball for performing these exercises. But when you're selecting the medicine ball, it has to be hard medicine ball to perform this exercise. Also, you can perform all this exercise with the help of TheraBand, resistance band. Resistance band exercise also can be improve your balance and equilibrium. So all this exercise, idea of all this exercise to develop a neuromuscular connection. As I said earlier, few studies reveals that by performing proprioception exercises, one can develop new neuron connections. So neuron connection maybe help you to study well. You can grasp things easily in the academics. Also, it is helpful to the sportsman to perform at any level. Greater proprioception athletes can be performed high level performance at the international level. With this, I wish you all the very best. Everybody perform this exercise to improve your proprioception. Thank you very much. Thanks for the opportunity. I especially thanks to the management and principal of Arulmigu Paralandavar Arts College for Women Palani for having invited me to give a small lecture on this title. Also, I am thankful to Dr. R. Kalayarasi for identifying me to conduct this session. Thank you very much. I thank you all the viewers for joining me with this session. Thank you very much.
I hope you are all enjoyed the class today. On behalf of our college, our principal and my own behalf, I thank all the viewers and I express my sincere thanks to the resource person, Dr. A. Murugan, Assistant Director of Physical Education, Anna University, Trichy, who demonstrated all the exercises by his own. I thank you, sir, for spending your valuable time with us. அலைகள்தாம் கடல் செய்யும் உடற்பயிற்சியாகும். ஆடியை போல் சக்தி பெற உடற்பயிற்சி செய் நீயும். ஈரைந்து விரல்கள் முதல் இதயம் வரை காணும் நல்ல மாற்றம். உடற்பயிற்சி செய்வோம், உலக நலம் காப்போம். அனைவருக்கும் நன்றி.